Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I'm here to work on a little project. I was inspired by Anna from Made by Grenath. Wednesdays, she does a regular video, use it or lose it. So she had some postcards that she was covering, and I've covered postcards before, but it never occurred to me to cover them with book page and then layer on an image. I was choosing images. And I thought, Anna, this is brilliant. I'll link her video down below. I found this in the box of papers and scraps and bits that I got at the estate sale a few weeks ago. This is the house where the estate sale was. And I looked up this J.L. Silsby, and he was a famous architect. He died, I think 1913. So he did lots of Victorian, Queen Anne style, Gothic style, Romanesque style. He did a bunch of styles. And he also employed Frank Lloyd Wright, who is a more famous name that we know. But I just wanted to show this to you. So she must have had it stayed. There's another look at the house, but it was just the leaded glass windows that were all over the place. This front room here, this was full of art supplies, this front room. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. So there was a pile of postcards in amongst the box, so I grabbed these ones that for the most part don't have any writing on them, like, here's a little date on this one. Weird thing is, these and these those ones I'm keeping. All of these and these are from the same town in Colorado. It's called Cripple Creek. I didn't select these ones because they had rounded edges, and I didn't select these ones because they've got a scalloped edge. So I don't know what I'll do with those, but I selected these. I started off with some really dark dictionary page, glued that down. They were slightly too small, so I decided to get a bigger book. And this is a French poetry book. Isn't it gorgeous? I am tempted to make a journal out of this after... Ooh, here's one. Night of December. I'm not sure how poetry is going to look, but I guess we're going to find out. Oops, didn't get both strings. I like this one. It's got lots of... It's well covered. Okay, what do we got? We got five 5 or 6 pages now. All right, let's get going. Didn't mean to do that. So she must have collected pencil. I'm gonna just sort of trim this down. Might as well do them all at the same time so that I can center the postcards. Better put the one that I actually pencil marked. So it's Monday. Happy Monday. First Monday of December. It's actually Sunday as I record this. There we go. I got everything. Yesterday I was working on those pages. I got them all sewn. So I got these all stitched and cut off and knotted and all that good stuff. I'm going to put the signatures in those 2 journals today. But let's grab a piece of scrap paper. And some glue. So these 2 Christmas journals that I'm working on, I'm hoping I can get those done this week. And then I think that'll be it for Christmas projects. Oh, I didn't cut for some reason. Yeah, Cripple Creek, Colorado. I wonder what that meant. So the lady's name whose estate this was, her name was Sylvia. So maybe I'll just start, instead of giving you the long explanation of, oops. Let's try again. The long explanation of having gotten, that's not any better, the box from an estate sale. I'm just going to call it Sylvia's box. Oh, poo. Tore it. That's okay. I think I could spend all day just gluing these. I wouldn't want to use the same page over and over and over again, but yeah, maybe I'll do 5 or 6 pages the same and then go grab another book. I have some English poetry books here. They got a lot of white space too. Oops, it's sliding. no idea what any of this says. I know words, but I wouldn't be able to make out what it means. Yeah, I wonder what Cripple Creek meant to Sylvia, that she had all of these. Cripple Creek. This one's kind of dirty. See if I can take some of the dirt off. Lifting up a bit. There's price down here, 35 cents. All right. Oh, come on, you. Did it again. Nothing wrong with a little tear there. Oh yeah, I was going to do this one. There's a little lip. I could probably trim that down. Gonna trim all these down. Can move the scraps. So how it was your weekend? I might need that. As ever, my weekend was too short. sister-in-law called me on Saturday. Had a lovely visit on the phone. She has recently had another grandson arrive. So that's 4 for her. Okay, this is the one I'm gonna have to trim a smidge off. Or I could probably just ink it and it would be fine. Maybe that's what I'll do. I was looking for that's all right. This one I've got to trim a little off the edge because it's got a perforated edge. This must have been torn out of a book of Cripple Creek. Postcards. Just using some sandpaper to take off that edge. I'm going to use scissors. I was cutting for a living. For the birds. It's for the birds. I'm going to see if I can erase some of this pencil. Should use up some stamps and stamp the blank ones. Miss Mimi Hill, it says, I think that's what it says. In Cedar Falls, Iowa. This is from 1912. Two more. like I missed a spot. Okay. So I'm going to start with these. I'll ink these, and then I'm going to sew around the perimeter so that I have bases ready to go. And then we'll come back and decorate some of them. All right. So this is the night of December. So I've stitched it. I used this little tool to press the stitches down so that it doesn't look quite so raggedy. Inked it up. Now I want to mount a picture on here. This paper I got at a scrapbook store in Buffalo. I paid way too much for it. It was $5, $4.99. And it's not new. It says 2015. But I need to choose. I think I'm going to use this one, because why wouldn't I pick the one in the middle, right? Probably cut this all down. I got another one like this, but it was just headshots of vintage ladies. Need to trim it down a bit. Okay. Ooh, she's big. I'm going to cut some off. So I want to keep where it says Christmas greening. I'm going to make sure I keep her wings intact. And I can take some off the top. I can take quite a bit off the top, actually. do my best to keep the basket intact. So, postcards are 5.5 by 3.5. This is 2.5 by 3 3/4. All right, I want to mount it on a background, and these are all book page. Like these ones here are all flyleaf, and I think this came from a notebook of some kind. So I want it to look like a cabinet card or a carte de visite. It'll be a little bigger than that-ish. I'm thinking I want to go either with the burgundy or the green. Okay, I like the burgundy better than the green. Let's audition the gray. Ooh, I like the gray. Let's do gray. Put these aside because I've got many more to make. I'm going to cut it a 1/4 inch bigger. I'm going to cut it 2 3/4 by 4. Two 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has got a little bit of tinting. Decided I'd do this edge too. Haven't used this glue yet today, so I better make sure it's working and all that. Yep. When it's paper that's on the thicker side, it's faster for me to use your glitter glue. But if there's a chance that the glue might show through, I will use glue stick. I kind of like it a little wonky, and I want to stencil on some stars maybe, or snowflakes. Let me grab a stencil. All right, I guess I have to commit. Okay. Not 100% what I was looking for, but okay. Now, I've got this pink glitter. This is Martha Stewart. I'm not sure that the glitter will stick, but I'm going to let that, I'm not going to shake off. I'm going to let it dry and then shake it off. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang the camera. All right, let me clean my tools. Let's get on with the next one. So this is just an image I cut from a book. Okay, this time I'm going to double mat it because the background is so dark. And I'm also going to go with traditional black. Oh, cut that too narrow. I have to trim this in. Just take a whisker off. And a little bit of ink. This time I'm going to try to get it straight on. Now, often the border on these little photos would be longer than the other three sides. Longer, wider, you know what I mean. I'm going to do my best to get this straight and centered. So just shy of 5/8. Will do it. Now, I was thinking I might like to put a little fussy cut something or other there. Let me I thought maybe I've got some that are cut here, but I don't know if any of them are going to be what I want. Yeah, I think I want something Victorian like that. Let me grab my Strictly Victorian. A lot of these are the the real McCoy. Maybe I should use one of these on... Yeah, I might do that. Where's my flowers? A lot of people, but no flowers. Just saw a teacup. No, she's too glamorous for a teacup. Oh, look at this little Christmassy one. Oh. That's a little Christmassy one too. Maybe a little Cupid there, and let's go back to this. No, I want what I want. And that is a bunch of flowers. Like this, but bigger. You know what I mean? And I'm not having good luck. That's kind of pretty. That's also pretty. Might take that green leaf off and leave the rest. Oof, look at that one. Okay, I'm going to take off that green leaf. I was just thinking my sister-in-law when she called last night. And she said, "Have you guys had snow?" And I thought, well, you're officially old. You're calling people and asking about the weather. She and I are the same age. Well, we're 10 months apart. Okay. I think I'm going to go with this one. It's a little weird because this is the right way, this is the right way. Like one of these flowers is upside down. Go in there with a little bit of ink to tone down that white, and then the rest I'm just inking edge. Okay. Now, I was thinking about a butterfly. Or sit down, you. I was thinking butterfly or a word. This one won't be going into my Christmas book. My Christmas journals, I mean. Although, if I had put some little Christmas items around her instead of the pansies, it could have been Christmassy. That's cute. I might do a word too. Let's grab some words. I have some labels in here too. See, I could have used something like that. Tomorrow is the busiest day of the week. Yep. I remain affectionately yours. Too big. I would have to cut off the I remain. Ooh, for they were dazzled. Ooh, I like this one. Do what terrifies you. Everything else is boring. That's the one for me. Because okay, all this stuff's getting a little crazy. I need to trim this down. But I also need to see it. I think I'm out of camera frame. Oop. So these kind of remind me of the little Timmy phrases that come in the Christmas sticker book. I think I can. That's better. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I want Yep, that's the way it goes, Nance. Make sure I get the little antenna from the butterfly glued down. Once I finish this one, I think I'm going to take a break, get some housework done, and then I am free to play. Just darkening up those edges a bit more. Oh, I do like that. She's pretty. Yeah, I think I'm going to have fun making these. All right, like I said, I'm going to take a break, get my housework done so that I can relax and enjoy the rest of my playtime. Well, I didn't get much farther. Instead of working on these postcards, I worked on doing something with that lace that I sorted yesterday. So I made these little, well, they could be like the top of a tag or an edge of a page or something. So the long pieces that I saved, I glued them to a strip of paper. I'll just show you these quickly. This one's got a little bit of tatting. So that's what I did yesterday instead of, it's now Monday. So I thought I better do one more. So I got this bride and groom here. This was also from a book. Okay, now remember this flower I spent time messing around with? What I did was I cut off, there, I cut it off. And I'm just going to lightly ink it. And I'm going to reposition this leaf. Right there. Now let's glue it down. I'm going to cut this off because that will get wrecked. But I don't mind the leaf hanging a little and the petal hanging a little low. Now, I also made some lace snippety cluster things with the little bits of lace that I sorted out yesterday. So I just layered 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of lace this time and then stitched on 3 buttons. And I'm going to snip that off. There. Fabric glue. So there, we've got 1, 2, and look how cute this turned out with the pink glitter. I love it. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. I hope your Monday is amazing, and come back again soon, and we'll do another fun project. Bye-bye.